Crimpy's Fishing Show.
It is Newstalk ZB. Happy Saturday morning and welcome back once again to the Fishing with Crimpy show and your host, Mr. Daryl Crimp. Good morning.
Very good morning, Regan.
How are you?
Oh, much better now. Paper's put to bed.
Yes.
It goes around so quickly. New issue out on the streets next week. Coming up, so plenty to read.
Yeah, there is plenty to read. One of the things that I was quite excited about in the paper this coming month is the Okuma gear test we did. How lucky are we?
Oh, we are indeed. We'll be lucky if we don't send it back.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Marty hasn't rung up and said, "Where's my gear yet?"
Hasn't he?
Well, Marty, I'm still testing it. Actually, I was very impressed because we went out and we tested a number of items, and judging by the smiles on the faces of everybody on the boat, it was actually a pleasure to use. And even the kids purloined one of the sets and went on to catch a number of tuna over 10 kilos. Now, the reason I make that comment, and you'll have to pick up a copy of the fishing paper to read the review, but it was lightweight, light tackle gear, yet it dealt to big fish. It's amazing what technology has advanced us to.
It really is, and it's, I don't know, when I used it and caught my albacore on it, right, it was a lot more of a sport. You know, there was a lot of fight in there, and the gear was really smooth. It was great. Excellent
well,
stuff.
I think that's the whole thing about going fishing. You want to get out there and enjoy the battle rather than just winch them in.
Yeah.
So more of that in the next issue of the fishing paper, which is out this week, as I said. Also, tuna.
Tina tuna.
Yes, a lot of them about.
Yep.
Sorry we harp on about it, but you have a small window to catch them. If you haven't caught a tuna, I suggest you think about it. Now, we went out on Sunday with wildcat charters off Collingwood, off Tarakoe.
Yep.
Had the most. Now I'll tell you what, that Lee Kelly, he's a bit of a wag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wag. Now he stitched me up well and truly on the day.
What do you mean?
He stitched me up. He put one across me, but I'm not saying any more. My lips are sealed. Right. You'll have to read the next issue to find out. But I digress. We got onto the tuna out the front off Tonga. Now there's a lot of tuna out there at the moment.
Yep.
But they're on again, off again, on the bite, off the bite. One day they're going ballistic. The next day it's rats and mice stuff. So you really have to persevere. Check out the paper for details on how to catch them in the last issue. Black Magic tuna lures are working really well at the moment.
Yep.
And there's nice fish up to and slightly over 10 kilo being taken, with the average being around 7 and 8. 7 and 8. And they've been caught elsewhere, I believe.
Yeah. And you're just mentioning about the Black Magic lures. I think with one of the tunas I caught off the back of a Hot Shots tunerizer. Now that was a really, really nice lure as well. One if you want to try out Hot Shots tunerizer.
Well, as the name suggests, it's designed specially for tuna, and over the last 3 trips I've had, those have been the 2 most prolific lures. The tunerizer, the Black Magic red and white one is really fired. And if you check out the issue of this fishing paper, it's got a photograph of Daniel on the Black Magic ad with the lure that he caught most of his fish on. So there's the heads up there.
Marvellous. Some big snapper after dark up Kenepuru.
Yes, Brian Fensom and Sean Emerson learnt the value of male bonding. They found out that it really does play to be out together after dark. Yeah, Brian was feeling a bit down in the mouth, a bit tired, work's getting him down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it was work or whether it was the wife. But, however, he needed some male companionship, went up to Kenepuru, did the big overnighter, and went fishing at the same time, and managed to catch a couple of really beauty snappers. So if you're wondering where have all the snapper gone, they haven't gone anywhere, except maybe the Kenepuru.
Yep.
They're still out there, but you have to work for them.
Well, it is surf casting time, isn't it, really?
Well, is it? It's
Well,
almost
sorry,
breakfast time, I know that. I'm getting a bit hungry. Tell me more about surf casting, Regan.
Well, that's been the majority of my fishing, really. It's growing up as a small boy in Westport. That's what we did down the North Beach. And apparently now is the time to be getting your surf casting kit out and flicking it out into the big blue.
Indeed, get your kit out now because there's plenty. Autumn's always a good time. The fish have settled down after spawning, and the big ones come in. They're wanting to put on fat and condition for the winter. So that's coming up. Now, coming up in the show, we go fishing a little bit differently today. We have a pom on the show.
Oh.
So the tone could change. And we have the tides. You need to know what's happening on the water. So after this break, the tides and a pom.